Today we're going to do a lot of reading, so try and keep up. I want to summarize this whole section by just saying that John is trying to tell people who he is and who he isn't. The first two verses we're going to look at are John 1:19 through 20. Now this was John's testimony when the Jewish leaders in Jerusalem sent priests and Levites to ask him who he was. He did not fail to confess, but confessed freely, "I am not the Messiah." John 1:21 says, "They asked him, 'Then who are you? Are you Elijah?' He said, 'I am not.' 'Are you the prophet?' He answered, 'No.'" If you're wondering who Elijah and the prophet are, they're just people that were referenced in the Old Testament. And so this prophet Elijah is supposed to come back at some point, but John wasn't him. And the prophet is another person that's mentioned, but what they didn't understand is that in the Old Testament, when it refers to the prophet, it's actually talking about Jesus. They just don't know that. And obviously, John isn't Jesus, so he says no. John 1:22 through 23 says, "Finally they said, 'Who are you? Give us an answer to take back to those who sent us. What do you say about yourself?' John replied in the words of Isaiah the prophet, 'I am the voice of one calling in the wilderness. Make straight the way for the Lord.'" So a few videos ago, we talked about John's testimony, that he was telling people that Jesus is coming and is here. Nobody had ever spoken like this before. And these priests and Levites, people who felt they needed to control what happened in their religion, they wanted to know what this John guy was saying because he was supposed to be Jewish like them. But he was saying new things, and I'm pretty sure they didn't like that. But John made it really clear that he wasn't trying to claim that he was the Messiah. Instead, he uses scripture from the book of Isaiah to support who he is, and that scripture stated long ago that someone would come and point the way to the Messiah. John is like a traffic sign pointing the way home. So then it goes on to say, "Now the Pharisees who had been sent questioned him, 'Why then do you baptize if you are not the Messiah, nor Elijah, nor the prophet?'" And they're basically saying, look, you don't have authority to do this, so why are you doing it? Okay, last few verses. Great job for sticking with us. John 1:26 through 28 says, "I baptize with water," John replied, "but among you stands one you do not know. He is the one who comes after me, the straps of whose sandals I am not worthy to untie." This all happened at Bethany on the other side of the Jordan where John was baptizing. Once again, John is trying to keep perspective with these people. He totally downplays what he's doing and lifts up who Jesus is. Everything he does is to point people to Jesus. That was a lot of verses, so thank you for sticking with it. But what a great reminder that Jesus is more important than anyone or anything. That's what we can talk to God about today.